Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad. Today I'm talking to Miguel Martinez and Mike Kazmierski, who are talking about the free pre-K programs we have here in Nevada. Coming up on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Aaron Ford's high-flying travel has caught the attention of nonpartisan investigators on the Nevada Ethics Commission. Ethics officials are examining $35,000 in luxury trips taken by Ford, largely paid for by corporations his office regulates. The investigation also includes allegations Ford leveraged his position for personal gain, accepted gifts, and improperly used government resources. High-flying Aaron Ford. Luxury travel, special interest perks, too much baggage to be governor.
2025 is bringing big changes for Nevada businesses. If you have more than 5 employees and have been operating for 3 years or more, you must now comply with new state retirement plan mandates. The Vegas Chamber 401k plan makes it easy, offering a proven, customizable, and cost-effective plan for employers and employees to save with tax advantages. Visit vegaschamber.com to explore options and see how the Vegas Chamber can help you start saving for your future.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
The trucking industry is the most resilient link in the supply chain. And for over 90 years, the Nevada Trucking Association has been the voice for the men and women in the trucking industry. From Carson City to Washington, D.C., we advocate for policies to protect our trucking companies and keep commerce flowing. Because Nevada's and America's prosperity is tied to trucks. There's nothing without trucking.
At Nevada Urban Indians in Reno, your health is our priority. Our medical clinic welcomes everyone. We accept all insurances, ensuring quality care is within reach. Nevada Urban Indians, your partners in health.
The winning is about to hit a whole nother level during the $100,000 March Mayhem giveaways at Tamarack Casino. Win up to $5,000 in cash every week and a top prize of $15,000 in cash during the grand finale drawing. Don't miss the mayhem. Your good times are at Tamarack Casino.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And we're back in Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad today, and I'm joined by Mike Kazmierski with the Strength in Our Community, he's the Executive Director, and Reno Vice Mayor Miguel Martinez, who's also on the United Way board of Northern Nevada and the Sierra. Welcome, gentlemen. Good morning.
Welcome.
I'm glad to have you guys here. So Stephanie Cruz reached out to me a while back talking about pre-K in Nevada, and I am a native Nevadan. I didn't even know we even offered pre-K, so I'm really happy to have this conversation today. I have 2 young staff who both have kids under 4, and I can definitely see one of them, if not both of them, utilizing this program. So I'm really excited to let parents know about it. So let's first talk about Strength in Our Community. I mean, you were head of EDON for years up here, everybody knows you, but you decided to go a different tangent. So what are you doing with Strength in Our Community?
Well, we had a good time in economic development for over 25 years, growing the economy, but through that time I saw issues in the community that needed to be addressed and were not being addressed adequately for a lot of reasons. They're very complex, they fall through the cracks, multiple agencies. So with a little bit of help, I set up a nonprofit that focuses on issues that will affect the community in the long run. And unlike most nonprofits, which focus on one issue forever, we have the ability to have a vision of strengthening our community and then look at what are the greatest needs now to do that. Okay. And usually you go to the younger generation. So what do the kids need? What do we need to do to help that part of the food chain? Because if we take care of the kids and the families, we do strengthen the community.
Okay. And I'm very familiar with United Way, but maybe some folks listening might not be familiar with what are the programs, the extensive programs that the United Way offers.
Yeah, there are so many of them. Just honored to be here. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and excited to be a board member of United Way of Northern Nevada and the Sierra. Help support the mission of providing more opportunities, for our kids, from some of the reading programs that they offer for our children, similar to strengthening our communities and ensuring that our youth have opportunities to build a foundation to continue to expand their educational opportunities and get ready for life and as an adult here in Northern Nevada and Northern Nevadan. And so outside of reading, there's also the pre-kindergarten program that we're talking about today in partnership with other organizations that help provide families the opportunity to get some child care for their children while they're at work, and allowing them the opportunity to engage in that part of their life as well.
And the United Way of Northern Nevada and the Sierra covers what counties?
Yeah.
Most Northern Nevada?
It is most of Northern Nevada and parts of Northern California as well.
Okay. Thought there was kind of overlap there. That's great. So again, I got this article that Stephanie sent me on Nevada nearly doubled free pre-K seats. So it's a Nevada Independent. It's a really good article. It kind of talks about this program. But why is pre-K so important?
Well, there's really two sides to the coin here. One is the kids. 90% of their brain is developed by age 5. So the sooner we can get them engaged in education, the greater their chances are of being successful in life. It's really helping the kids off to a great start. I could talk to any kindergarten teacher who will tell you that within 10 seconds, you can tell if that kid has been in pre-K or not.
Wow.
When they first show up, because they've learned social emotional skills. They learn how to interact with other kids. There's a whole socialization part that pre-K helps them with so that they get off to a great start in kindergarten. So the kids side is important, but the community side, in my mind, is just as important, especially a program like this, because we're a child care desert. Anyone with a kid knows that. Anyone without a kid should know that, because it's a pretty important issue when it comes to families, when it comes to employees, when it comes to making our economy better. And so with the child care desert, if you can get those 4-year-olds out of child care and into pre-K, what do? You open up a bunch of slots for other employees now that can take advantage of the fact that we don't have adequate slots. In fact, we're barely at 40% if you talk to the children's cabinet. Wow. So the child care piece is a really big part of it, but right now the program focuses on more underserved, and the state's looking to expand that. And the underserved families are struggling. If they're trying to work, and almost 40% of the families in the underserved community have single parents. So you're starting to talk about how do you work and afford childcare, first of all, $10,000 a year or whatever you're paying for, and still manage to juggle all the other issues. And the reality is it doesn't work really well. Yeah. So many of those parents struggle. They are on social programs or other areas, and they just need help. So that part of it is really important. But you're talking about the school district now has declining enrollment. What a great chance to expand our enrollment and add more slots for 4-year-olds. So there's all these other community issues. I think ultimately we're looking at the workforce. And with parents not having to worry about childcare, not having to worry about those issues, they're going to be better employees, and there's going to be more of them. And usually the reality is they're women.
Yeah. No, I can very much see that. What role is strengthening our community playing in this pre-K program?
Well, we take on the really hairy issues that no one else wants.
Thank you for doing
that. Chronic absenteeism is one, and universal pre-K, which everyone says Nevada can't afford it. We can't afford teachers and education. We say, yes, we can. Mm-hmm. And so we've done the research on what does it take to get us to universal pre-K in Washoe County. And when you start looking at all the programs that exist now, Head Start and Nevada Ready, pre-K, and some of the other things that are going on, you realize the number's not that big. They're about 4,500 4-year-olds. So you look at that number and say, okay, that's a big number. $10,000 a kid, that's, $45 million. No one has the money laying around. But the reality is some of these programs are already being taken care of. You got more affluent parents that obviously, have no problem paying for pre-K. And then you have our underserved that are being covered with some of the programs. So we're really talking about less than 2,000 in the middle that need help. And now with the state expanding what they're doing on the Nevada Ready program, how do we get that 2,000 covered so that we can truly say we've got universal pre-K, something that 2 years ago everyone would say is impossible, is now possible.
Now, even though we're talking about Washoe County, it's a statewide program.
It is a statewide
Okay.
program. No offense, but we're going to be the first one ready to go, because we work with the school district as well, and we're excited to see that they're adding 190 slots this coming year, even though it's difficult. We actually went through with the school district. There's 9 different sub-issues that you have to address, even if you have the money to do the program. You got to have teachers, and you got to have the classrooms. You got to have you go through that list. So it's not that easy to just say, okay, here's the money, go do it. And so the state says, here's the money, go do it. And now what we're doing is saying, okay, how do we help you do it? What can we do to help you access that money, get to the parents, and make sure that we get our kids where they need to be?
Okay. Now, what is the United Way is also involved in this program. So what are you guys doing in helping this program?
Again, in terms of making sure that parents are aware of the programs that are being offered, partnering with the school district, the city of Reno, to expand those sites that are available to our parents, and letting them know that the pre-kindergarten interest lists are available and they're able to sign up to be a part of these opportunities to get reduced costs or free pre-kindergarten services for their children. And so, similar to what Mr. Kazmierski is saying, ensuring that our families and our parents have the opportunity to go to work, be employed, focus on their job, and ensure that they have a stable child care facility that will take care of their children and make sure that they're prepared once they enter the school system.
Well, that's great. And what you guys are doing is just amazing work. We're going to talk more about it right after this.
Welcome to Story County, where history meets innovation, and a pioneering spirit continues to shape our future. At the heart of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, we power the future with global leaders in technology and manufacturing, driving progress that reaches far beyond our county lines. From advanced manufacturing to tech innovation, our industries are creating thousands of quality careers, fueling a vibrant economy that benefits every Nevadan. But it's more than just growth. Our community is our foundation, supporting families, empowering local initiatives, and creating a place where everyone belongs. Be part of a legacy built on bold ideas and boundless possibilities. Join us in building a brighter future right here in Story County. Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
The road to riches leads straight to the Carson Valley Inn. Cash drawings Thursday and Saturdays. Over 480 winners. Score up to $15,000 weekly. Plus one $10,000 cash winner in the $20,000 guaranteed grand prize giveaways. Free meals, free play, and more. Only at the Carson Valley Inn.
We're the Peters family, 2 combat veterans, our daughter Elle, and our Liberty Dogs puppy in training, Cooper.
Cooper will grow up to be a life-changing companion to a veteran with visible or invisible challenges.
We're helping Cooper build focus and confidence so he's ready to support his veteran.
And we know he will help bring happiness and independence to his veteran's life.
So join us, become a puppy raiser, and change lives, one puppy at a time.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting for Sam Shad. And we're talking to Miguel Martinez, who is not only the vice mayor of the city of Reno, but also on the United Way board, and Mike Kazmierski, who's the executive director of Strengthen Our Communities. So, Miguel, let's start with first of all, if anybody wants to learn about this program, it's first5nevada.org, and it's the number 5. So first5nevada.org is where people can go and learn more about this. But we're talking about how your job is really to kind of help promote that this is out there. What are some of the struggles you're seeing in getting out to the community? I imagine ESL, or English as a second language, is a big important aspect of this program.
Yeah, not just as a board member of United Way of Nevada in the Sierra, but also as a vice mayor of the city of Reno and a council member. We see that quite often, right? That there are a lot of services available to our community, but despite that fact, people may not be aware that these services are available to them. And so being able to speak out when you have a need and connect with school staff, your friends, your family, to be able to ask them those questions, they might be able to connect you with the right folks that know what programs are available to you and can help you along the way. And so I've seen that knocking doors with many constituents and being able to provide them with those opportunities. And also through being a board member of United Way of Northern Nevada and the Sierra, that is what we're trying to address today, is ensuring that not just our underserved population, but also our Spanish-speaking community understands that these services are available, and we want folks to take advantage of pre-kindergarten services that are available, and the interest lists are open already for next year. And as you said, if you go to the First 5 Nevada with Nevada fully spelled out.org, you can find more information on how to sign up, what sites are available, the cost, and all the information is available on that website.
So the city of Reno is also involved in this program. What's the city doing? And especially, you talked, Mike, about being a child care desert. Licensing of child care facilities is very stringent, be it federal, state, local. How are you guys kind of helping maybe ease that burden?
Yeah, and at the city, we had sort of a very narrow way to be able to help this, and it came really down to land use and how we provide licensure for businesses and how we zone within the city. And so we looked at an ordinance to try to address both of those things. The first was making sure that we lowered the costs and made it a little bit more affordable. We streamlined the process to make it easier for child care facilities to be able to apply. We also made sure to include home-based business licenses and kind of spread those out, and allowing for the possibility of that process to be a little bit more streamlined. Or the city of Reno is also working with United Way of Northern Nevada and the Sierra to be able to partner to provide some more pre-kindergarten programs in our community centers. That hasn't fully been worked out yet, but I know that process is in place with the city of Reno Park staff and United Way of Northern Nevada and the Sierra to be able to expand those opportunities within our community.
So I did see, Mike, that some of the funding is available for infrastructure. Because I think I went to Jesse Beck, and I don't know where you'd put pre-K in that building, especially the older building. So there is some infrastructure funding, but are we at risk if we have unfilled positions? Or could we lose this money in the future as well if we're not filling up these spots?
Well, we need people to sign up now.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is, the state has allocated a certain number of positions, and like any other government agency, if you go into the next year and the money isn't used, it goes away. And we need to demonstrate our demand here. And we know the demand is there. It's really about awareness. And we're fortunate to be working with United Way, I can tell you, in the city of Reno, who has bent over backwards to help move this program forward. The city of Reno, especially on the child care side, has been really receptive. Before and after school programs are expanding because the program only allows for 25 hours. So if you have a working parent, you need more than that. So the before and after is really important. So the city of Reno has been incredibly responsive. They've changed some of the regulations to make it easier for childcare. They're really on it from a how do we help the families perspective. So that's exciting. And on the United Way side, we start looking at a program that they had about 200 kids in the program last year. They had more than that in slots, but part of it is how do you qualify? And when you're at 250% of poverty level, you're in the 40, depending on family size and everything else, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. You're not qualifying people that are trying to live here because the median wage here is high enough that it caps out most people, especially two working parents if they have them. So the state has been very good about listening to feedback, and United Way has been getting the word out, but hard to fill the 300 slots they had. And now they're looking at, okay, if we change the program, we can get more of these people in there. And so they have already approved and are in final board approval on a change that would allow really a tremendous amount of the families access to this. So that's why they need to get signed up. We start talking about 1- and 2-star schools or single parents or other criteria that would make them eligible.
So what is the eligibility part?
Well, right now, the eligibility is really based on the federal poverty level, 250% or ESL. So those are two big ones. They're also looking at the individual education learning plan, IED, development plan. So there's some people that are accessed, but when you add 1 and 2 star schools, you're adding 33 schools, 40% of our, K through 5, 6 schools fall in that category. So 33 schools, I mean, it's huge. And then you throw in the single parents. So we have a real opportunity now because there's no wage limits on those particular parents.
Interesting. Okay.
And so the state has been very good about that. First, they've been very good about expanding the program. And they took it and added several, they're up now several thousand across the state, and they're looking at potentially more. But they got the feedback. That's probably not going to help because you got to expand the requirements in order to do that. So they've done that. And now they're in the final approval. We expect by the end of the month to be able to say officially, okay, here's a new criteria because they've already gone through the process and they just need a board vote on it, which they suspect will be a pretty high probability. So we're looking at real opportunity for parents who are struggling to pay that, $800 or $1,000 for that 4-year-old that's going to be in childcare is now free pre-K.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, you're adding things like 2 meals a day for that child that, people don't realize that 1 out of 4 of the kids in our underserved families is going to bed hungry.
Oh, wow.
And this is in Washoe County. So you start looking at that food insecurity issue that you're addressing as well. And you start saying, okay, you're saving the parents, $10,000 a year. You're giving the kids 2 meals a day during the school day, and you're really making a difference in the lives of these kids.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It's a great program. I appreciate learning about it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
A power line is more than a power line. It's maintaining the bottom line for small businesses. It's keeping the assembly line moving for our workforce. For our brightest minds, it's meeting a deadline. It's on the front line with our heroes. And on the sidelines of the biggest games. It's a direct line to our loved ones. And it's a lifeline for the most vulnerable. There's a lot on the line.
Meet Nevada Health Link, Nevada's official health insurance marketplace. Your link to savings, selection, free assistance, and name brand health insurance, where 90% of enrollees lower the cost of their monthly premium. Everyone deserves access to quality health coverage, no matter your income or family size. Visit NevadaHealthLink.com. A few minutes could save you hundreds of dollars per month.
Nevada Health Link. Our plans are made for your plans.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Thank you, Governor Lombardo, for making healthcare a priority.
For bringing the first standalone children's hospital to Nevada.
And addressing the physician shortage with legislation that's working.
Governor Lombardo's building new mental health clinics.
And his commitment to children's mental health will change lives.
And Lombardo's Nevada Health Authority will ensure Nevadans have more access to affordable and reliable health care. Everyone likes to talk about improving health care. Joe Lombardo is actually getting things done.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Back on Nevada Newsmakers, I'm Randi Thompson, sitting in for Sam Shad, and we're talking to Miguel Martinez and Mike Kazmierski. So, Miguel, a big outreach effort really is to the Spanish-speaking families. Do you want to say a few words in Spanish to maybe relate to some of our audience that might be listening?
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that opportunity. So lo que quisiéramos hacer es anunciar que tenemos la oportunidad que muchas familias tomen ventaja de este nuevo recurso que está disponible para todas las familias. Lo que reconocemos es que hay gente en nuestra comunidad que necesita recursos de cuidado de niños antes de que los niños entren al kinder, y este programa, que es gratuito para todas las familias que apliquen, pueden ir al sitio de internet first5nevada.org para recibir más información, pero ahí vienen todos los detalles, cómo pueden aplicar para recibir este recurso de daycare o cuidado de niños gratuito para su niño entre 3 a 4 años antes de que entren a la primaria. Queremos asegurarnos que la comunidad, especialmente la comunidad hispanohablante del norte de Nevada, sepa de este recurso y que tome ventaja de esta oportunidad que tenemos hoy en el estado de Nevada, que se ha prohibido por parte de diferentes organizaciones, pero principalmente por United Way of North Nevada and the Sierra, que están dando este recurso a nuestra comunidad. Así que esperemos que tomen ventaja de este nuevo recurso, que es gratuito para toda la familia y que les dé la oportunidad de tomar ventaja de cuidado de niños gratuito en nuestra comunidad. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're very welcome. Hopefully that'll help reach out to a different audience. So Mike, we have about a minute left. What is it? Are you frustrated that the state is the rollout's been a little clunky, I'll just say. So, but it's also kind of a last minute. The bill passed on the last day in the legislature, and that's June. School starts in August. So I guess I have faith that the state's kind of getting the act together, but I think having a nonprofit like yours helping them out, guiding them, is probably very helpful. But how are you seeing this program moving along, and what do you need from the community?
Well, we just need awareness. And there are a lot of people that are in 1- and 2-star schools. My assistant's kids go to a 2-star school. So there's availability that's coming. And right now, people just need to sign up, get on the list, and find out if these slots are going to be available, because once they're gone, they're gone. You're only adding about 700 more slots over the next year. And then ultimately, if the legislature sees the demand, we'll add more in the next legislative session. So it's an opportunity. Huge opportunity, and it moves us closer to about 80% of our 4-year-olds will have pre-K opportunities. So huge for our community.
And I think just letting your legislators know the importance of this program and thank them for funding it. We need to continue to do that some more. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing in our community, and God bless you both for your work. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Randi.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll be right back after this.
Sponsors are needed for the Greenhouse Project's annual Grateful Harvest Dinner, taking place Monday, September 21st at Nashville Social Club in Carson City. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. For 17 years, the Greenhouse Project has provided agricultural education for students and fresh produce to our community's food insecure. Every dollar you give helps us continue this important, life-changing mission. Go to carsoncitygreenhouse.org to learn how you can help. Join us in growing a lasting legacy.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Well, thank you for watching and listening. You can watch us anytime at NevadaNewsmakers.com. Thanks again.